welcome to Victoria, Texas. The In Wheel Time gang is here. Behind the camera is Mr. Mike Mars. Standing next to me is the lovely Leslie Nikierko. Don Armstrong here, glad you could join us in Victoria. This is the county seat, and I guess the county courthouse is over there. You can't see it right now, but Mike's gonna point the camera down there, give you an idea. So this is the Old Town Square, and I wouldn't say old because, well, it's a hopping place down here. They've also built a new pavilion back over here to the right, Mr. Mars, and that's where the symphony is getting all tuned up and ready to play. We're just getting ready for the festivities down here to welcome the Hot Rod Tour of Texas, and officially things get underway at 6 o'clock. And I'll tell you what, this is a big change from the last two Hot Rod Tours that we've done, because the Hot Rod Tour of Texas has apparently made enough money where they've bought themselves a trailer down here, a white trailer, and they got it all lined up. We got QR codes to get checked in here, and as you can see, lots of cars all the way around the square here. Everything from Model A's, we saw that earlier, to some real true hot rods, like this one right here, Lucille. See Lucille? That's a real hot rod there. Wish I had that. But we also have the usuals, the usual suspects. We got Jeremy's yellow truck, and then right around the tour here, see it? Can you see it? I don't know whether you can or not. It says Hot Rod Tour on the windshield header over here. On the Edsel, well, you know who that is. That's Bobby Sparkman. He kind of heads up all this stuff. But we've got cars from all over the state of Texas, and I think even beyond. 350 cars are registered out here to do the tour. Watch out, this is a bad Camaro right here. You used to have a Camaro.
I had a Camaro just like that.
Yeah, that's a very nice looking and sounding.
Yeah, 69.
Is that 68? Is that
69.
Okay. Well, you know, that's a 57. I got that one. Yeah, I had a friend of mine had that. Ronnie Green had that. Ronnie Green grandmother's car.
Oh.
But at any rate, people are pouring in to downtown Victoria, and it's going to be a great evening. We've got the symphony, as I mentioned, and all of the restaurants and the bars around the square here, they're open for us to imbibe.
And we will.
And we will. We're looking forward to that.
We are.
This is the wine drinker, so she's going to sample some fine Victoria wine.
I'll let y'all know.
And based on my history of what happened last night, I don't know as if I'll be imbibing in anything. I've been suffering today, but I made it here. It's been a long process. And by the way, if you don't know where Victoria is, it's 100 miles, about an hour and a half or so, southwest of Houston, Texas. And spot on the money. We're staying, I don't know, about 5 miles outside, out there by the highway. And I think almost all the hotels are jam-packed here. Looking forward to a great event that kicks off tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Let's see that. What is it? Oh, here you go. Come this way, ma'am.
Oh, yes.
It's got a blower in it. You can hear the wine from here. That's WHINE. Yeah. Woo! Very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what we call a real hot rod, with a blower sticking out of the hood. Well, it didn't have a hood, did it? But at any rate, so the events start at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We actually meet up, I believe, around here somewhere, and we all pull out of here. Oh, wow. Here's another fine ride. We can sample them coming in now. You can hear them a mile away. Yes, sir. Very nice. Nice. He knows what he's doing.
Don, I don't think you realize it, but I am shopping for my next car.
Yeah, well, this would be the place to do it, although I don't see any for sale signs yet. I'm sure that everything is for sale if the price is right. But at any rate, we head out tomorrow, and we head up toward New Braunfels. We're going to have a stop at the Shiner Brewery for lunch, and then we end the evening in New Braunfels and the Stars and Stripes drive-in, and we get to see Smokey and the Bandit there. And then on Saturday, we head out, and we head up toward Fredericksburg, Texas, and we party up there that night. Well, some people will. I'm probably going to try to fix the bad feeling that I have right now. But at any rate, the tour continues on Sunday, We'll stay the night there up there in Fredericksburg, and then Sunday afternoon we'll be heading back. The weather's supposed to kind of turn ugly on Sunday, so we're going to try to beat it back to Houston. But at any rate, it's a great event. This is our 3rd annual, and we're looking forward to it. And we think that you will too, because Mr. Mars is going to be shooting a lot of video, and we're going to have one of the stops. We're going to return to Samson's Performance up there outside of San Antonio. This is a beautiful 57. Nice car. Nice car.
Nice.
We had a trio of trucks out at the hotel. This may be one of them.
I think that's one of them, yeah.
Yeah, I believe it is. But at any rate, everything from late model, there's a C8 Corvette over there. I brought the C5. It's all shined up. I spent a couple hours on it this morning. That hurt.
The rain that we got in on the way here hurt worse.
Yeah, it did, but that's okay. So I used Bobby Sparkman's suggestion, and that was to be sure and get some Rain-X. So I did that, squirted the windshield down, didn't have to move the wipers. Jeff Zekin and I worked on the car this past weekend. That's our friends at the hotel. Jeff Zekin and I worked on the in-wheel time machine this weekend. He helped, well, actually he did all the work. I just sat by and watched him do his magic. And his magic was putting a windshield header on the Corvette that you bought, Mr. Mars, that says inwheeltime.com. Turned out great. And then he also helped me fix my windshield washers on the Corvette. So all that's working. Air conditioning works. There you go. Got a little air ride suspension going on there, doesn't he? Yeah. Here's your car, Mars. What? No? See, now that's a real road warrior there. But at any rate, so cars continue to come in. And it shows, yeah. So the cars continue to come in. We're getting ready for our 6 o'clock kickoff. And in the meantime, I can hear the symphony, the Victoria Symphony warming up. And we're going to go over there. We're going to get our lawn chairs out and enjoy the evening and probably get a beverage or so. So at any rate, we hope that you'll follow us along here on the inwheeltime.com mystique of the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. It's on inwheeltime.com, Facebook, YouTube. Am I missing something, Mars? It's on all of the social apps that you could possibly get. Mr. Mars is going to clip together all of these little bits and pieces that we're going to do, and we're going to play that back on our regular time slot on Saturday morning between 8 and 11 a.m. So we hope that you want to watch the whole thing all clipped together that Mr. Mars is going to work on. Then that's the time to do it. Anyway, we'll catch up with you throughout the tour. Thanks for joining us.
Lots of really nice Mustangs out. 60 years of Mustangs, so everybody's out celebrating. Old Mustangs, new Mustangs. Here's a nice C5 Corvette. Hard to tell whose that is. Oh wait, could this be the Don Armstrong? It is Don Armstrong in the in-wheel time Corvette. It's Texas, of course. We got lots of trucks too. GT350. Oh, the story I had. Once upon a time, the one that really got away. People of all ages are out enjoying the hot rod tour, particularly this really nice park out here with the city of Victoria. The orchestra, some high school bands playing as part of the 200-year anniversary celebration for the city. And I think it's the 60-year anniversary of the symphony here in town. So lots of things going on. Works out great timing that they decided to work with the Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Very much a family event, easy access. A few people out here, but
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, you're invited to enjoy the 28th annual Keels and Wheels Concours d'Elegance. See the largest collection of classic cars and boats in the U.S. on display at the beautiful Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. This year's Keels and Wheels features 60 years of Ford Mustangs and Donzi boats. There's plenty of free parking and discount tickets are available online at keels-wheels.com. It's Keels and Wheels, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook. In Wheel Time will be there too. We'll see you there.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm Ron Pfeiffer, and this is Ella, and this is our little 66 GTO. I purchased it in '05, and we drive it. This is the original color of the car, and everywhere we go, that goes. We've been in Miami, we've been in New York, we've been in Boston, we've been in Niagara Falls, we've been in Detroit, we've been in Chicago. I put like 35,000 miles on this car. So it's very reliable and it's very comfortable to travel in because we have a little habit of putting a little extra luggage in the back. So that happens. It's been very dependable. I took the automatic transmission out of it and put a 5-speed transmission in it. So now I'm getting better gas mileage and I'm able to run with the speed limit at 75 with about 2,200 RPMs. So I did add the tri-power to it. And the tri-power has been good. That's what was standard in 66, and this is a 66 tri-power on there. The 65s and 64s were smaller carburetors. This has the larger carburetor motor. The motor's been rebuilt. It's a 400. It's an all-roller motor. And I added air conditioning to it. we don't use that air conditioning very much. We go down the road with the windows rolled down. I said, tell her that's her air conditioning right there.
Yep.
We like that. You know. And we like to hear the pipes. We like to hear the noise. So, yep. The interior in the car is all original. And this is it's been painted once. It was painted 4 or 5 years ago. It's a driver. It's not a trailer queen. We drive it everywhere we go. Power tours. I've been on 2 power tours with it, and this one here came up, and I've never been on this one. So we're going to be doing this one with it. And we had an easy ride coming over here from Beaumont. You know, it wasn't too bad. You know, it was 400 some miles. We kind of eased in here.
I live in Nederland.
How many years have you been on cruising the coast?
I've been in cruising the coast for 22 years. And we have been going down there, and I got a standing reservation in the hotel we stay at. Rolls over every year. Yeah, it was kind of dirty because we haven't cleaned it up since we got here. You know, but originally. Yep. So.
Do you take the top down?
Yes. We usually ride with the top down in the evenings. Yeah, like this. This is an evening to put the top down. Yeah.
Nice and cool.
Yeah, last year cruising the coast, we never put the top up. It was like 76 or 78 outside. We kept the top down all the time. So
does she drive it?
No. I have a 1968 Ford Mustang.
Where's it?
It's at home. It needed brakes. I don't think I wanted to be driving without a brake. As fast as I drive, I'd have to slow down way ahead of time.
So, yes, we are car people, period. We go to car shows probably a couple times a month. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And we travel. We do them locally, but we also travel to wherever there's a good show going on.
Right.
Ron Pfeiffer.
It's a 66.
66 GTO. This is Ella. And hey, this is our car, and this is what we like.
This is Mike Mars, and we're still out here at the Hot Rod Tour of Texas in downtown Victoria on the square. Big event. The Hot Rod Tour has been working with the city, got orchestras, got lots of dancers going on, a lot of stuff, including cars. And in fact, this is Alan Rothman, and he's going to give us a quick look at his Buick Grand National that he brought over from League City.
That's right.
All right, tell us about this car.
Okay, well, it's a 1987 Buick Grand National. It still retains the original Buick 109 V6 block. It is completely built. It's got billet main caps. It's got a billet steel main girdle, stroker crank. It's 250 cubic inches. It has a set of ported TA Performance SE heads. They've been fully ported by Champion. It's got a Champion race intake that's been fully ported. It's got a 6766 precision dual ball bearing turbo. The car runs on E85. It's got an ECU GN. Okay, so it's got a 6766 precision dual ball bearing turbo, TA Performance headers. And basically the car runs on E85. It's got a flex fuel sensor, so it can run on 93 octane and meth or E85. It's controlled by an ECU GN engine control unit. And the car makes right at 700 rear wheel horsepower on E85.
And this is the V6.
This is the V6, yes sir. The car has ran 992 at 137.6 in the quarter mile.
In a quarter?
In the quarter mile, yes sir.
Yeehaw.
And the car runs 6 O's consistently on the draggy on the 60 to 130. whenever we have our weld wheels and tire, the drag pack on it. And the car's pretty consistent. Still retains the 200 R4 transmission. It's got a custom converter. The transmission was built by Vince Janis out of Akron, Ohio. It's a full billet transmission. It's got everything you can put in a 200 R4 to keep it alive. It's got a Circle D lockup converter in it. Let me open it up. Let's take a look.
It looks all factory.
All factory except for the dash. I do have a fully digital dash display in it that runs off of my ECU, so it gives me all the pertinent data.
Well, for you running like that, you're going to need it.
Yeah, I can power it up for you if you want. It'll take just a couple seconds for it to power up.
Never turn down listening to a hot rod.
Takes about 30 seconds for the dash to power up. Anyway, it's got the original 10-bolt, 8.5-inch rear end. It's been fully built. It's got a Detroit True Track, 342 gears, Mercer axles. Pretty much everything that you can do to a street-going Buick. It's got.
Keep it on the street.
Oh yeah, we drive it everywhere. We primarily built it as a pro touring car, but I do like to drag race it too, and we do a lot of roll racing stuff with it.
That's some nice flames you got there.
Yeah, it'll load into our dash here shortly. The car's got Ride Tech suspension front to back. It's all tubular. It's coilovers front and rear. That's what our custom dash display looks like. It's pulling all the information straight out of the ECU, so I've got good feedback on what the car is doing every time I'm driving it. Full-time data logging. We got to keep a pretty good handle on it when you're trying to make 700 horsepower out of a 35-year-old V6 with old technology. You got to keep it pretty good tabs on everything, but
looks like that'll do it.
Yep, the interior is all original. It's still original 1987 stuff. The seats, the carpet, the dash, everything is exactly how it came from 1987.
How long have you had this car?
I've had this one about 5 years.
Okay. Been busy.
Yeah, we stay busy with it. I've pretty much redone everything on it, front to back. The car was painted when I got it. The interior is original, but drivetrain and suspension-wise, it's all been completely redone. Car's lowered 2 inches all the way around on the Ride Tech coilovers.
Yeah, you can see on the tires. I thought maybe it was the tires originally, but it looks good like that.
Car handles really well, drives really well. And then we can slap the race wheels and tires on it, go to the track and bust off nines, and then turn around and drive it home.
That is the great thing about it. No putting it on the trailer and having to do all that.
All the accessories work. Factory AC still works. It's actually still on R12 Freon even. Yeah, AC blows ice cold. Got a pretty killer stereo system in it. Pretty much everything you need for a pro touring car that you can still drag race and roll race and do pretty much whatever you want to do with it.
Wow. So now that you got it to this point, what are you going to do with it next?
Right now, it's pretty much in a holding pattern as long as it stays running the way it is. I do have a TA Performance aluminum dart and sleeve race block in my hands that we're going to be building for the future. And that one will receive a Sonny Bryant crank. Same heads, we'll put a bigger turbo on it. We'll probably shoot to make about 900 rear wheel with that combination and still stay just as drivable as this 700 rear wheel combination is. Ideally, we would like to get it to run low 9s and a quarter and still stay in a full pro touring.
Stand right over there. There you go. So is this your first hot rod tour?
No, this is my second. I was here last year. We had this car here for the tour last year. And then when we made it to the Temple, the Little River drag strip at Temple, I developed some rear end problems and the rear end started making noise. So I cut the last day off short last year to go ahead and turn around and drive the car home. I didn't want to try to get further away from home while I knew the rear end was making noise. So we got it home, rebuilt the rear end, and it's been fine. We've raced the car all year. It's got a bunch of pulls, a bunch of miles on it. We put about 3,000 miles on it since the last hot rod tour of Texas. So we're pretty confident that we shouldn't have any problems this time around.
So where do you run it when you say you race it?
We raced it at Houston Raceway Park. The last time we made passes was in December of 23, right before the track closed down. So we haven't made any passes since then. We'll probably have to take it out to either Ennis, to Texas Motorplex, or take it out to Evadale Raceway, which is out towards Silsbee, towards East Texas. That's the only other quarter-mile tracks that are close to us. But we do a lot of stuff with the draggy. We do a lot of roll racing with the car, so we have a pretty good handle on what it does and what we can run with and what we should stay away from.
Where you can and where you can't.
Right.
Yeah. There's another track up in Lufkin that's a little bit more of a drive.
There is. It's Pine Valley that's up in Lufkin, and it's actually an 8-mile track, but I've heard that they're talking about extending that out to quarter mile.
They're trying to. They got NHRA sanctioned last year, so I think they're actually trying to get one of the regional points events to come there. Okay. And if they can make some of those things work, they're going to expand it.
Yeah, I would love to drag the car up there, and like I said, when we went in 992 off of the foot brake. Really only the second pass on the car went 9s. And then we launched off the trans brake and it left with the front tires up in the air. When it came down, it unloaded the rear suspension, blew the tires off. It actually pushed both back tires into the rear fenders and cut both of my tires. So I was done for the night, but I'm pretty sure that we would have had a high 970, low 980 in the car if it would have stayed hooked off of the trans brake.
You can't complain. You get down in the 10s or lower. I mean, that's stout stuff for a street car.
For something running mid to high 9s out of a 35-year-old V6, it's, and the car's pretty heavy too. The car weighed 3930 with me in it, so it's a lot heavier than what people would think it would be. But with the stereo system that's in the car, and we have Dynamat throughout the car to insulate the sound, that adds a good amount of weight to the car. So it's pretty heavy. People would normally think these are 3,500 pounds. And my car was 3720 without me in it, and I'm 210. So it doesn't take much to add weight to it.
Well, it's a very nice car. Unusual. I mean, there's not a lot of them around.
Right.
So
not a lot of them around, and you don't see many of them going out on long road trips, and you definitely don't see many of them drag racing or roll racing or anything like that.
No, they don't. Well, cool. You here for the whole tour?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're going to go the whole tour this year. That is the goal. Make it all the way through the end and head back home.
Very good, very good. Well, we wish you luck. It's a beautiful car. Hope you continue to enjoy it.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
I appreciate it.
The original group of Lupi Tortilla Restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Lupi Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Lupi Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Lupi Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Lupi Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Lupi's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Lupi Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana? Stop in at the Lupi Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Lupi Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having another car social Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. It's a car cruise-in like no other. Expect Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvettes, and the featured brand Porsche. Get social at this special cruise-in event. You'll also see Gulf Coast Auto Shield's private workshop and learn about their many products and services. Questions are welcomed. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway near West Airport Boulevard, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The Car Social featuring Porsche takes place Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. Tell your friends, and no matter what car you have, bring it and enjoy this rare opportunity to see some of Houston's finest rides. In Wheel Time will bring its car talk show there too, so join us for another Car Social at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, Saturday morning, May 18th, 8 to 11 at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Visit gcautoshield.com to see the show flyer for more details.